What's up, and welcome to the Drama Club. On this week's episode, Moby visits us from 1998 to talk about his imaginary girlfriend, Natalie Portman. And then Stef's got the story of Butter Queen Paula Deen and her messy-ass kitchen/life. Stay tuned.
What up, fam? It's good, y'all. Feels good, right? Yeah, I know it, dude. And without further ado, we broadcasting live from CA to
Moby, man. I've been dying to talk to you about this shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Moby. Okay, so Moby has been all over the news this week for putting his fucking foot in his mouth, which shouldn't be allowed because he's vegan. But so,
I think his foot is vegan too, though.
I don't think that's how it works. Like,
it's not.
Like, if a pig is vegan, I don't think you can eat the pig.
That's how it works in my mind.
So Moby wrote his autobiography. So he's been doing press tours and giving interviews. And
Which, do we need a Moby autobiography?
I guess he was an alcoholic and got into like a lot of shenanigans. I saw him on some talk show talking about the time that he put his bare dick on Donald Trump. He's like,
that's cool.
He's like, that's a game I used to play with my friends. We would take our dicks out and put them on people, and I was like, did not want to hang out with Moby in the 90s.
Is that a game? Like, what's the point of that game?
That's a game. It was just to be outrageous and to freak people out, I guess. I hope he didn't do it to women.
Yeah.
Not that it's like better to do it to men, but
yeah, it's odd.
Yeah. Anyway, so some excerpts from his book have been published, and one of them in particular caught people's eyes. And it was one in which he talks about dating a young Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
He was like, I was 33 and she was 20 or something like that. Or he says that she was 21, but in actuality we know she was 18.
Yeah, she was 18, right?
Yeah. But anyway, so he wrote about this at some length in his book. And so someone asked our girl Natalie Portman about it, and Natalie was like, no.
No.
We did not date. And then she set the record straight.
She said it in a really funny way. She was like, it's interesting to me that that he remembers this as dating, because I just remember somebody being creepy with me.
I know. Oh, Queen Natalie. I love Natalie Portman so fucking much. So that was the end of that. She shaded him, and that was it. Like, she's for sure, Natalie will never speak of this again, because like she said, it was fucking nothing but him being creepy. But so Moby took offense to this and decided to be even creepier.
Yeah, why? Why did he double down? I'm so confused.
All right, so Moby took to Instagram to express his anger with Natalie lying about the fact that they used to date.
Yeah, he's like, what are you supposed to do when you remember something so vividly and somebody's calling you a liar?
That's actually the second Instagram post.
Jesus Christ. All right.
The first Instagram post.
It's just that t-shirt. That
he posted
shirtless picture.
Yeah, he posted a shirtless picture of himself hugging Natalie, and as a way of, in his
like
mind,
Wallace and Gromit.
No, don't say that, because I love Wallace and Gromit. That's my background on my computer. So he in his mind was like, I'm gonna post the receipts. He said, I read a gossip piece where Natalie Portman said we never dated. This confused me because we did, in fact, date. And after briefly dating in 1999, we remained friends for years. I like Natalie and I respect her intelligence and activism, but to be honest, I can't figure out why she would actively misinterpret the truth and our, albeit brief, involvement. The story as laid out in my book is accurate with lots of corroborating photo evidence. Thanks, Moby. So,
and then Twitter went wild.
Yeah, Twitter was like, my dude, what are you doing? Because when someone says they didn't date you, the response is not to be like, yes you did. and I can prove
Imagine-
it. And here's a shirtless picture of me to prove it.
Imagine how embarrassing that whatever happened, Moby thinks was dating. And Natalie's like,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
that wasn't dating.
Oh, God. The only way Natalie could make this better is if she was like, I don't know her.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, so that's the
Also,
worst. And
like, why are you publicizing that relationship is not okay? 33 and 18? Damn.
yeah, that's what she said. She said in her statement, she was like, I was barely out of high school.
Yeah, that's fucking creepy, dude.
Ugh. So then he took a lot of heat for that picture and everything. So then he took to Instagram again, and then that's what you were saying.
Yeah, he's like, what are you supposed to do? Like, kind of like trying to be like the nice guy. He's like, what are you supposed to do when you remember something so vividly and the person says it didn't happen that way, but you know that it's true? You double down. Here are 5 more awkward pictures of me with Natalie Portman as a child.
And in all the pictures, I don't get why he thinks that any of these pictures are receipts, because
I know, she looks uncomfortable.
it's just Natalie. It's like they're all public events. None of these are like private type pictures.
Yeah, like they're at home or something.
Yeah, one was like at a basketball game.
Yeah.
It's just like it's every picture where you stand next to someone that, like, you know, like when someone's like, take a picture, and like you just stand next to someone. You know, it's not like she clearly is not the one who's like, let's take this picture. You know?
Yeah.
Ugh. And
What a weirdo.
so then the internet was like coming for him, Avi, and then more excerpts from his book were released, and there was one that caught people's eye where he talks about meeting a young Lana Del Rey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he's like, she was a kid at that time, not a kid, maybe late teens, early 20s, because she got signed pretty early, I think. And in the story, she was unsigned. So she goes to a dinner party at his house, and she gets really impressed by the fact that his apartment is multiple floors. It's like 3 floors.
Right.
And
Yeah, we all seen that Cribs episode.
and she's like, really? You have an apartment with like 3 floors or whatever? She's just kind of like lightly shading him.
Uh-huh.
She's like, you're the man, Moby. And he's like, thanks. And then she's like, no, you're the man. Like,
Yeah.
like the man that oppresses us. And he
Yeah.
was like, oh. And then he said,
Oh.
and then he said that I chose to take this as a compliment. Like, my dude, like, she was not complimenting you. She said that he should be guillotined, and he like laughed it off. And then everyone's like, my dude, she was not complimenting you.
Moby. Wow, dude. That's really embarrassing, and I feel really bad for all the women that have had to endure the wrath of Moby.
Ugh.
Is he like married or anything now?
Now,
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
Oh, okay. Maybe he is.
Or maybe he's divorced. I know he had a wife at some point. Maybe also his problem is that he doesn't give off like very straight vibes to me. So I think that he maybe overcompensates.
Maybe. Remember he said one time that he was disappointed to be straight, which I don't understand what that is.
I understand that sentiment. Like, how boring.
Why? Your sexuality is exciting.
I always see like there's girls who make jokes on Twitter and stuff that are like all these beautiful women in the world, and I'm attracted to this guy named Chad in like fucking cargo shorts.
That's how you know you're straight. When you're like you there's like you put up with men's bullshit and like you still want it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. It's fucking boring.
All you have to do is follow the recipe.
Did you see that Twitter account that overnight got like 3,000 followers? It's called @DickYelp.
No? What?
It's like people giving Yelp-like reviews about guys they've fucked on Twitter. So they'll give like ats. They'll drop the ats. They'll drop the handles and be like, at this guy 2019. And it'll be like, yeah, his dick game was good, but I don't know, but he doesn't last long. Or like another guy.
What?
But a lot of the guys that are getting reviews are getting like rave reviews.
What?
There's only like a handful that are like bad or mixed.
It's Dick Yelp reviews?
It's at Dick Yelp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There's also one called Gay Dick Yelp.
Yeah, because the person who was doing Dick Yelp was like, oh, ooh, like I'm sort of hesitant to publish the gay ones because what if that person isn't out?
Oh, for sure. That's smart.
Yeah. It's a girl. She posted one and then one gay one, and then she was like, you saw her process. She was like, ooh, actually, I don't know about this.
That's funny.
Yes, even Margie found that she could learn to cook when she discovered the significance of the terms used in cooking. And Tim will never know she ruined her first cake.
So, do you want to introduce yourself, Steph?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Stephanie.
And my name is May, and together we are the Drama Club.
Welcome to our podcast all about celebrity scandals, gossip, biographies, pop culture scandals, chisme.
Guys being creepy, Moby's nipples,
viral Twitter.
Yep, Dick Yelp. What's going on, guys? We love you. We miss you.
Talk to you soon.
Hey, I'm furious with the United States Postal Department.
Why? What happened?
This is a scandal in and of itself.
Okay.
I've signed up for alerts that tell us when we've got stuff coming to the P.O. box.
Oh, yeah.
And that we have, our friend Mixtape Majesty has sent us a letter of some sort. This was weeks ago. That shit has never arrived. Is that shit just lost?
Maybe. That's so weird.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because she confirmed also that she had sent it, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I will.
And you got a notification that it was arrived?
Right. Or arriving. It'll be like, it says like this will be here today or tomorrow.
Where the fuck is it?
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to yell from the highest mountain. I want to like tell, I don't know, the Postmaster General, don't you know that we have literally dozens of listeners?
Dozens.
Dozens.
There are dozens of us.
Do you know who we are? We are awaiting important messages. And also our homie Big Gus, he said that he sent us something too, but that I didn't receive a notification about that. So it's possible that that's just not here yet. But
this is interesting.
I know. I need to.
Our P.O. box is being robbed.
I'm going to investigate, guys. Don't worry.
Same. That is a scandal. I also have a scandal for you today.
Oh, okay. Good. What is it?
I was trying to decide what to do this week. I gave May my 3 options, which were 3 very different options.
Yeah.
And it was hard because I started writing one on Bernie Madoff. I'll just say I started doing Bernie Madoff, and I was like, I need way more time for this. Like, I can't do this in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. And then you have to condense it, right?
Right.
So I'll try to do that one.
Okay.
But this week I'm going to do Paula Deen.
Okay, dope.
I also wanted to do someone with a little bit more facial / name recognition. I don't know if everybody else knows who Bernie Madoff is. People know, right? That shit was huge.
Maybe the name, but maybe they don't know like what's up with it.
Nitty gritty.
Yeah, and also I watched you got to watch that HBO movie with Robert De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
It's not great, but
no, but that's still awesome.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to watch Michelle Pfeiffer.
Exactly.
So I got this from an article in the New York Times by Kim Severson, an article on Gawker called Gravy Boat by Katie Weaver.
Oh, shout out to Katie Weaver. Love her.
Yeah. Some Oprah episodes with Paula, her Wikipedia, a bunch of Huffington Post articles. And there was this one biography I found online of her. I don't remember exactly the name of it, but it was like Southern Comfort and Butter, the story of Paula Deen.
Oh, I can't wait for the Instagrams on this because she has some interesting. She's been caught in some interesting poses.
Yes. All right. Paula's fried butter balls. 2 sticks of butter, 2 ounces of cream cheese, salt and pepper, flour, 1 egg, 2 cups of breadcrumbs. Cream the butter, cream cheese, salt, and pepper with an electric mixer until smooth. Form 1-inch balls, freeze, coat the balls in flour, egg, and breadcrumbs, and then deep fry them in peanut oil for 10 to 15 seconds. Dry and serve immediately.
I don't want to eat that.
Right? But fried butter balls. What the fucking who the fuck are you feeding?
It's like that's the type of food you eat at a carnival. Or
Yeah.
the fair, like the LA
Yeah.
County Fair.
And just because like it's like, all right, let's get one thing, and
Yeah.
you take a bite, and then you're like, all right, throw this shit away.
Mhm.
Okay, Paula Deen was born on January 19th, 1947 in Georgia. Georgia.
That's okay. That
Georgia.
I thought you were gonna say that she was older, so now I'm kind of like, no excuse.
Yeah. She grew up in a super religious household, Southern Baptist household. Her grandmother showed her how to cook as a young lady in traditional Southern comfort style.
Mhm.
Paula started dating Jimmy Dean. No relation to the sausage. But that would have been fucking lit.
Especially think of the dynasty they could have started.
What a match made in heaven, imagine. She should try to meet Jimmy Dean low key. So she started dating this guy, Jimmy Dean, while she was in high school. And she got married in 1965, straight out of high school, when they were both only 18 years old.
Wow. Okay.
Part of that was because of the time. Like, everyone got married super young, but also because they were so religious, they didn't want to get God mad, at the butter they were trying to churn. So,
so this is
they had to get married.
So this is out of high school. So this is like early 60s?
1965.
1965. Okay. Yeah. Oh, girl. They're like right at the cusp of where
The coolness.
right. And they're the perfect age to participate in this if they wanted to. What a fucking waste. All right.
I know. Just 1 year after she got married, Paula's father passed away after complications from heart surgery.
Oh,
He was
no.
19. She struggled tremendously with his death and said that for years after he died, she would have to sleep with her mother or her husband just to be able to actually fall asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that she thought God had taken him away so he wouldn't have to see Paula die, which now we know because she had been diagnosed with diabetes.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't say that,
Okay.
until much, much later. She thought she was going to die, and she said that she just waited around for death. Like, it sounds like she got super depressed after her dad died.
Right.
And because she's Southern Baptist, she tells Oprah in an interview, like, in my religion, like, we believe that everything happens for a reason. So that was kind of the reason that I found for my dad dying, and I just went with it, even though I was wrong.
Okay. What? Oh, all right. This is messy. There's like
It's
a lot
so
of
hard.
psychological things going on here.
Yeah.
This,
And
ugh,
she's super young still.
yeah. But hold the fucking phone. She has diabetes
Yeah.
and she eats the way that she eats.
Yeah.
She gonna die of beatus.
Yep.
Okay.
Paula and Jimmy had two sons named Jamie and Bobby.
Mm.
Jimmy started having a drinking problem pretty early on in their marriage, which only became worse and harder to deal with for Paula once they had their two boys.
Uh-oh.
And that caused their married life to become very strained pretty fast.
Oh.
Then in 1970, when Paula was 23 years old, her mother died. So she lost both of her parents by the time she was 23. Paula said that her mom was super quiet, dignified lady who she always looked up to growing up. And she said that loss of both of her parents caused a huge financial strain on her. And plus her husband wasn't really dependable because he was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
So she began struggling with serious anxiety about money when this happened to her.
Oh my God.
And she says that anxiety about money follows her well into her success. And in this one interview with Oprah, she talks about how she has a recurring nightmare where she can't find 2 nickels in her purse. And she wakes up all stressed.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Why are you looking for 2 nickels though?
Because back in the day, that would have bought you a milkshake.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Mhm.
Oh my God. I just watched this Real Housewives where Lisa Vanderpump is trying to use a vending machine,
Mhm.
but she only has $100 bills. And Kyle's like, it doesn't take that.
That's awesome. I was going to tell you yesterday when you said Fleabag was your favorite show, I was going to be like, bitch, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is your favorite show.
So much is happening. There's layers to this shit on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I can't not take it. It's
I
so
can't believe
good.
it's taken you this long to get into Real Housewives.
Let me tell you.
Let me tell you why. It's because you smug, bitch. You wanted to not like that shit.
Yes, I did want to not like it.
You're above it.
But that's exactly what it was. That's 100% what it was. But then whenever I watch it, like my cheeks hurt because I'm smiling so much. It was so good.
I didn't know I could be this happy.
Yes. Because there's the dynamics between the women. There's the psychology of like who is worried about the way that they look, their image, or the wealth that they have versus the what they pretend that they have.
And like how they're portrayed. You can see them like when they're filming, when they clearly are uncomfortable with what's gonna get aired.
Yes, exactly.
And then, like I love when that happens.
Exactly.
And it's like you're getting into
Oh
like
my
the
God.
real nitty gritty of it. Oh,
and the dynamic with the husbands, and then also
yeah.
the fashion and the vacations, the lavish vacations. And then there's also like this part which I'm furious with myself for missing out all these years, because it's like where they talk about the show in real time as it's airing. So
Yeah.
it's like they break the fourth wall, sort of. Like there's so much going. This is the best show that ever has been made. There's drama, there's comedy. Oh my God, I cannot recommend
There's
the show enough.
fashion, there's travel, there's food, there's dogs, there's this.
Oh, all right. How about this? Listen. All right. All right. I'm working on this. I'm passionate about dogs. I'm just not crazy about bitches.
You sounded like Dory.
Close enough.
All right. So, okay, Paula Deen. So, in her mid-20s, due to the trauma with the loss of her parents and her financial woes, Paula began suffering from severe panic attacks and agoraphobia. She became unable to leave her house at all, and it got really, really bad for her, which led to a lot of antisocial issues and a lot of other issues for her family.
She's a recluse.
Yeah. She said that when she started trying to force herself to go outside, she would pass out.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's like legit agoraphobia.
Yeah, she was legit agoraphobic. And she said that her grandmother really came to her side to help her get through this anxiety. Mm-hmm. She helped Paula focus her days on cooking for her family and friends, as this was something she could do without leaving her house, which gave her purpose and still allowed her to be social within the confines of her house.
Okay.
Her grandmother would teach her old ass Southern recipes that would take hours and hours to make, like candy and dumplings and fried chicken and all this shit. And since all of that took like super long to make, if you're making it from scratch, Paula said that it really gave her life meaning and helped with her anxiety, because now she had something to do.
Yeah, that's cute.
Plus, everybody around her absolutely loved her meals, so it made her feel a lot better about herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's go ahead.
I like that, cooking as therapy.
Me too. Yeah, because sometimes like I'll notice in like my family too, like if you cook and you're rushed, or like you can tell like when somebody just wanted to get it over with, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's really true, and it's like cooking with love or whatever. Anyways, so Paula said through that she was able to, start getting out of the house more, and she said she would start carrying a paper bag around with her in her purse just in case she would have to like breathe into it to help her calm down when she was outside.
I thought you were gonna say in case she had to buy some groceries real quick. I was like, what?
And then after years and years of dealing with her alcoholic husband, her agoraphobia, and all of her trauma, she decided to move to Savannah with her sons. In 1989, she filed for divorce and was left with only $200 to her name.
Ugh.
At this time, she was supporting her 2 sons by herself, but also her younger brother, Bubba, because both of their parents had died.
Oh, yeah.
So she got to working some odd jobs, first as a wallpaper hanger, then a bank teller, and an insurance agent, but those weren't working out for her. So she ended up starting her own catering service called The Bag Lady, since cooking was something she was really good at, and she had always been heavily complimented with her abilities.
And she always carried that bag around.
Right? So she would cook sandwiches and hot lunches for office workers around town, and her 2 young sons would do the deliveries to people at lunchtime.
All right. What are they named? Their names?
Bobby and
Bobby?
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah.
Her Bag Lady lunch menu included chicken salad sandwich, ham salad sandwich, barbecue pork sandwich, and more.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you right now, I'm ordering the chicken salad sandwich. I love chicken salad sandwiches.
Me too. And every lunch had a cup of custard or banana pudding with it.
I'll go with the banana pudding. And this is Savannah and a Coke or a sweet tea. Right?
Ooh.
That's what they drink down there.
Thank you for placing your order with a bag list. Paula Deen's bread pudding. 1 can of condensed milk, 2 cans of fruit cocktail with their juice, 2 eggs, 1 box of raisins, cinnamon, 2 dozen glazed donuts cut into cubes, preferably Krispy Kreme, 1 stick of butter.
Oh, God.
Preheat oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Whisk together all of the ingredients except for the donuts and butter rum sauce, which, by the way, the butter rum sauce is 1 pound of confectioner's sugar and dark rum to taste.
Oh, okay.
So mix everything together until they absorb as much of the liquid as possible. Pour the mixture on top of the donut cubes and toss into a casserole dish. Bake for 1 hour and then serve.
All right. Bread pudding is up there as one of my favorite desserts.
Me too, and it's already super decadent.
Yes. If I see it on a menu, I will always get it. So I'm like, all right, you're like Paula Deen's bread pudding. This is going to be bomb. But you kind of lost me in the beginning with the cocktail, with the fruit cocktail syrup.
Yeah, like those canned cocktails.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, all right, okay, fine. But then the
Donuts, May? Could you imagine making bread pudding is already crazy, like with stale bread that you make it with.
With a donut? And what a waste of a Krispy Kreme donut also.
Man, we got Krispy Kreme donuts every week at my office. That shit will be the death of me.
They're good, but I want literally 1 a year or something.
I take like a bite of one. Like I always cut like just a bite. Because it's true. You can't. Like,
it's too much.
It's way too much. All right. The bag lady ended up getting crazy popular, and so she had to move the little company out of her house. She settled on a restaurant inside of a Best Western in Savannah in 1991, so just 2 years after she had moved to Savannah.
Dope.
In January 1996, she had earned enough money to open her own restaurant, which she named The Lady and Sons in downtown Savannah.
That's so cute. Do we have any listeners in Savannah?
I don't know, but if they exist, tell us if you've been to the restaurant. I'm sure you have.
I've always wanted to go to Savannah.
Yeah, my father-in-law
Your stepfather.
lived in Georgia, and Hoel went, and they went to Savannah. They went to the Lady and Sons.
Because Savannah, to me, I see pictures of it, and it seems very like Gone with the Wind. Like there's those old
like
houses
New
and
Orleans,
stuff.
but more.
Kind of like a cleaner New Orleans, which is exactly what I want from New Orleans.
Yeah. I don't know. They said that the things that she serves at the Lady and Sons, like the bread that they give you in the beginning, is like the best thing. They're like little like cornbread things.
Fried cornbread balls, butter balls
made of donuts, Krispy Kreme, with a fruit cocktail poured all over it. So at first, the restaurant was mostly used as a takeout restaurant with just a little bit of tables inside, but people ended up spreading the word about how good her food was. So people would travel to go get her lunches. So within a few years, it moved to another restaurant, an old white hardware building right on the Savannah waterfront, which is like, that's prime real estate right there.
Perfect.
This was significantly bigger than her last place, and it just grew into more and more attention for the restaurant. So you really see her like expand little by little.
How cool to see that, like the fruits of your labor paying off like that in very tangible ways. Like, you know, 6 years ago, I was walking around with these bag lunches, and then
because it doesn't happen that quickly for most people,
right? It's it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
By now, Paula's solo success story was garnering a bunch of media attention in the U.S., especially for her style of straight up comfort food cooking. At her restaurant, every lunch had a little buffet. Which, could you imagine those biscuits at that buffet, though?
Hey, I love biscuits.
Me too. Her sons managed the restaurant, and they still do. Then with her profits, Paula started purchasing other buffets inside of casinos and ended up owning 3 more, one at Harrah's, one at Harrah's in Mississippi, Harrah's in North Carolina, and Harrah's in Illinois.
That's really smart.
She's fucking smart, dude. It's because she's scared of being broke. She's hungry.
Yeah,
literally.
That's true. That's why she's looking for the nickels, play the sluts.
Right? All right. So Paula also credits a lot of her success in her restaurants to her friend and chef for her restaurant, Miss Dora Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Dora was a longtime friend of Paula's who supported her early on in her career and who had always has worked for Paula. And Paula claims that she won't even put out a new dish without Dora's approval.
Hey.
And Dora is an African-American woman.
Mm-hmm.
Dora trains the other chefs at the restaurants and makes sure that everything tastes right. Dora said that well into Paula's success and the restaurant's success, she was still earning minimum wage as head chef.
Holy shit.
Dora said that she heard Paula request very offensive old-timey behavior from the black staff, including once when she requested that Dora go outside of the restaurant and ring a bell to tell everyone supper's ready.
Oh my God.
And in the Lady and Sons restaurant, like Dora was like, no, I'm not going to do that, you know?
Yeah.
But Dora has pull with Paula because she looks like she's like front of the chef, you know, restaurant, really. But
Is
go
she,
ahead.
do we know if she's older than Paula?
No, they're about the same age.
Okay. I'm just kind of wondering what the dynamic here is.
So then Paula got somebody else to do that, to ring the bell.
Oh,
and
God.
there's a famous photo of it, and she
Mhm.
turned it into a postcard, which she sold at Lady and Sons.
Okay.
Dora has since commented on not ever being given proper credit, which leads me to believe that Dora might have supplied Paula with certain recipes, and
Mhm.
maybe Paula just hasn't given her appropriate credit, but that's just my own assumption.
Yeah.
And while we all know that Paula's style of cooking is Southern, let's not pretend that Southern style of cooking wasn't created, cultivated, and perfected in the kitchens run by African-American women.
Mm-hmm.
So watching the same tale play out again of a white person cashing in on the success that black people were instrumental in creating is kind of fucking infuriating and tiresome. I
Yeah.
didn't know about Dora Charles until I started doing this research.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I digress.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just got flashes of when we were in New Orleans and went to the fried chicken, to Willie Mae's Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope because that's a black woman who it's a black owned business, and she started that shit from the bottom, and it's now like this world renowned like fried
And
chicken
that
place.
shit's fucking bomb.
Fuego. Okay.
Yeah.
It would be like if some like white lady walked in and was like, "Oh yeah, let's take this
This is
recipe.
my fried chicken.
Yeah, let's take this shit to the next level. Let's dip it in butter and we
And put it on
go.
the waterfront.
Yeah. Gentrifying fried chicken. How dare
Throw
you?
some white linens on these tables. And
Oh God, and ring a bell, baby. Oh no.
The success of Paula's new restaurant led to several book opportunities, and in 1997, she published The Lady and Sons Savannah Country Cookbook and the highly anticipated follow-up, The Lady and Sons 2, a whole new batch of recipes.
Damn. Two lady, two sons.
2 ladies, 2 sons. Too fast, too furious.
2 butters, 2 balls.
Nope. The cookbooks helped get food critics and people from around the U.S. into her restaurant, which led to even more attention for Lil Paula. She then first was introduced to the Food Network when her friend introduced her to producer and TV host Gordon Elliott. At this time, Gordon hosted a show on Food Network called Door Knock Diners.
Mm-hmm.
And so he went to the restaurant, he met Paula, and he invited Paula to be on a couple of episodes of the show with him.
Cool.
And she was an instant hit with everybody.
She's got that perfect Southern personality, like, you know,
Yes.
she'll be like, please, y'all. She does a lot of y'alls. It's just very endearing, I guess.
Yes. Paula was invited to shoot a pilot with Food Network in 2001, which the network loved because Paula's infectious. Did you say that word?
No.
Okay. But her laugh is infectious, right?
I was like, Paula's infectious. What's wrong with her? She got MRSA.
Paula has AIDS.
Oh no.
She was older, motherly, full of spunk. Yeah, her accent is like perfect.
Because those accents, they just make you feel like you're in someone's home or something.
Yes, right? Yeah. That's why she's like, America feels safe watching her and letting her into their hearts.
Yeah.
And when you watch her, also another thing that I love about Paula Deen is you can tell that she is probably most comfortable in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like she belongs there. Like, she's,
Right.
you know, where I've seen other chefs, like Giada, where like, it doesn't look as natural because, you know, she don't fucking eat.
Giada feels uncomfortable eating. Not only in the kitchen, Giada feels uncomfortable eating.
Like, when she eats, it's not, like, appealing to me. Although I have gone to Giada's restaurant in Vegas, and it was great.
Now, let's contrast that with, have you seen Salt, Acid, Fire, Heat?
Oh, I have, actually. On Netflix?
Yes, it is so fucking good. And the
Yeah.
chef, Salman Nusrat,
I fucking love her.
she
like turns you on when she eats food.
Yes, because she is so happy to be around food, to learn about food, and to eat food. The joy is like palpable.
It's literally, no, I'm telling you, like, when she, like, you could totally feel like the euphoria she has from experience this taste.
Oh
or
God,
whatever.
I love her so much. I follow her on
she's
Twitter.
bomb.
She's very cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just, that's missing from a person like Giada De Laurentiis, but it's not missing from a Paula Deen. Paula Deen loves food and she loves being in the kitchen.
And
But
she loves to eat.
yes,
Obvi.
but our girl Salmon takes it to the next level.
Oh yeah, it's different. Yeah. Her personality, like, so okay, she was big, her hair was big, her food was big.
And also, you know what else I liked about her? It was like she loves family because her sons were always all up in the show.
Yep. Actually, Dora is in a few episodes of the show. In 2002, Paula got the stamp of approval of America when she appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show.
Yes.
In an episode that Oprah dedicated to women who started businesses out of their homes and became wildly successful.
Dope. Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah. Her life story was seen as a triumph and a comeback, inspiring success. The Food Network then officially offered her her own show, Paula's Home Cooking, which premiered in November 2002.
Oh, I used to watch the show all the time.
Me too.
All the time.
Me too. Me too. In 2004, Paula married her beau, Michael Groover, who was always all up in the show.
I know. And then it would be funny because when he was off camera, she'd always be like, Michael, where's Michael? Michael Grover. And she'd use his first and last name, Michael Grover, where are you?
And he'd like grunt his way into it. Yeah, he says like nothing. He's like, yeah, pretty good.
I'm going to need Michael Grover to try this, y'all. And then like Michael would show up.
I was trying to find out more about Michael Grover. All I found out was that he's a tugboat captain.
Oh, what?
Salute.
He's a captain? Shit. He got ranked?
The Captain Michael Grover to you, bitch.
Oh God.
How dare you?
You know I love one of those uniforms. Is he wearing like the Donald Duck uniform?
Yeah. Nothing
That's
like
my
a man in a Donald Duck uniform.
That's my kink.
I'm attracted to ducks.
like that Sex and the City episode, Anchors Away. I love that Donald
that
Duck
guy's
uniform.
so fine.
Oh,
is that the fucking Daily Show, Trevor Noah? That guy looks like Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah is so fine.
Trevor Noah is not that fine.
Yes, and his little
he's
suits.
Not.
When he has a fresh haircut,
his personality is fine, but he's not that fine.
He got a bubble butt too. I cannot. I don't have.
You do like Donald Duck. He got a bubble butt also.
But I don't. That's what I don't like about Trevor Noah, because I struggle with ass, and like my mans cannot have a better ass than me.
Oh my God. Another thing I found out about Captain Michael Grover is that he competed in Hemingway lookalike competitions his whole life, and after losing something like 20 times, he finally won one.
Oh, congrats, my dude! Now you got to go to Cuba.
Michael,
sail to Cuba.
They can't go there anymore because her son did blackface for Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah, true.
You guys are banned.
You're banned.
From Cuba. Okay. So Paula's Home Cooking started out being taped in New York at Gordon Elliott's house, that one dude that she had met. He ended up becoming her full-time producer. He like quit his day job.
Oh, dope.
Ride that shit all the way through, my dude. Ride that butter train
to the bank.
all the way through. Once they ended up getting really great ratings, she was able to have some more say, and so she had them move filming to her own house in Savannah in 2005.
And this house, it's not just like a regular. It's not your house. It's not my house.
It's not your typical country house.
No,
this is a plantation.
Yeah, someone is definitely ringing the bell outside the house right now.
Fuck yeah, there's some fucking tunnels underneath that house and shit. Fucking.
Oh god. So I mean, like the kitchen is like fucking legit.
It's incredible.
It's like it's huge
Although,
and it's perfect.
You know, I mean, she is a cook. You got, imagine you go to a cook's house and they got a whack kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
You know. All right. The same year in 2005, she made her feature film debut in the movie Elizabethtown as the aunt of Orlando Bloom's character.
Oh my god,
that's a good movie. Have you seen that?
I went on a date with a gay guy to see that movie.
Whoa, that's a weird date.
I know. I was like, "You're gay, though." He came out later, but
remember when Charlotte dates that guy who she thinks is gay in like one of the first seasons of Sex and the City?
Yeah.
And he macks on her, and the sex is really good.
The guy from the Birdcage. the son from the Birdcage.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah, I just watched that episode like last week.
That's so funny. And like they're both scared of a spider or some shit, right?
A mouse.
Oh my god. All right. Paula became a huge hit at the Food Network and instantly became part of their regular lineup. She was given another show, Paula's Party, in 2006, where she did party recipes.
Oh.
She was doing fucking body shots and shit. Setting up beer pong and like teacups. Her shows had a lot of criticism, especially for her overuse of sugar and butter.
Yeah.
At first, Paula laughed everything off, and she would say things like, everything in moderation, which we were all supposed to believe she actually lived by.
Right.
Meanwhile, this bitch is making bread pudding with fucking Krispy Kremes.
I will say I still to this day seek out her recipe. Like if I'm like, all right, I'm going to make mac and cheese or something. Like guess whose recipe I'm looking up? Paula's mac and cheese.
Yo, I will tell you something. I make mac and cheese for my family every July 4th. Because, you know, we get real patriotic on that day. So we eat like ribs and shit.
Yeah.
The best mac and cheese recipe for like a big, because I make 2 big trays, right?
Uh-huh.
So I've tried a lot of them. I've tried Paula Deen's. I've tried Alton Brown's. I've tried Chrissy Teigen's. I tried one time, which is supposedly John Legend's. The best one is Oprah's homegirl. What's her name?
Gail.
That's the best.
Homegirl?
Yeah. Whatever. That's the best mac and cheese recipe. Like, that's the only one I use now.
Oh, okay. Dope.
That shit is bomb.
You know, I love mac and cheese.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll make you some mac and cheese. But once again, I have promised to make you several dishes, and I never do.
I have been waiting a minimum of 12 years for her to make me a plátano banana split.
I hate when you say shit like that and then people don't forget. Why can't you just forget?
I'm still waiting, bitch.
Why can't you just forget? All right.
Hashtag never forget.
Then our favorite bad boy chef and the realest to ever exist, R.I.P., Anthony Bourdain, took a jab at Paula, and he said, quote, I would think twice before telling an already obese nation to eat food that is killing us. Plus, her food sucks.
Oh, my God.
He called Paula Deen the most dangerous person in America who is proud of the fact that her food is fucking bad for you.
Oh, I mean...
And he did like that interview, and then people were like talking about it. Then he tweeted out one of her recipes for the ladies' brunch burger, which I was going to read out loud. But basically, it's a fucking cheeseburger, a bacon cheeseburger with a fried egg on top. And instead of buns, it's glazed donuts.
Oh, don't do that.
Also, around this time, the Food Network was having a moment. And Anthony hated on almost everybody except for Mario Batali, which actually Mario Batali had some drama this week.
Yeah.
So Paula responded to Anthony saying, you know, not everybody can afford $58 steaks and $650 for a bottle of wine, which was in direct reference to a recent episode of his show No Reservations when he went to a restaurant and I guess ate that. She said, my friends and I cook for regular families who worry about feeding their kids and paying the bills. It wasn't long ago that I was also struggling to feed my family too, which, ooh, that's a take, Paula. Good for you.
But really, you're gonna say that Tony is pretentious? That's not the criticism.
He is pretentious because he acts like he's better than that, but he ain't. Like, he smokes like 2 packs of cigarettes a day and did heroin and shit.
That's hypocrisy. That's not pretension, though. He's
pretentious, man.
His whole deal is he goes around the world talking to people that you wouldn't expect, like people making food on street corners, and elevates their food to the status of high cuisine. You know, that's like, it's not pretension that's his problem. He has plenty of other problems, as we know, but that's not one of them.
I just think, yeah, I guess that's just the only take she could say. What else is she gonna say?
Yeah.
Also, if you're broke, you still have to try to be healthy. And I remember, like, even Anthony would call himself out because he would say, like, I guess actually, like, how he's not pretentious. Like, I eat shit, like, on the streets and whatever. Like, but he would say, like, he makes fun of people who are, like, uppity towards that kind of food.
Yeah.
But then he would say that he would never let his daughter eat that. And he makes her eat all organic and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know.
And they always asked him, what's the one thing you would never eat? And he said, a chicken nugget.
That's pretentious. I was trying to tell Howell that he was pretentious yesterday because he didn't want to go to Cheesecake Factory. But he, like, is like, it's not that, and that's what he was saying, like, well, you didn't want, because he said, let's go eat at Panda Express. And I was like, no, I don't want Chinese food. And he's like, well, you're pretentious because you wouldn't eat at Panda Express. And I was like, no, I'm not saying that I'm better than that. I just don't want Chinese food.
Yeah.
You say no, and, like, he's so disgusted by the, like, mere thought of having to eat at Cheesecake Factory. Like, it's so fucking beneath him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's pretentious.
Oh, God. Don't tell me you have not been to Cheesecake Factory and enjoyed a Georgia peach.
Everything
Bomb.
at Cheesecake Factory is pleasant.
A chicken salad sandwich. That's usually what I get there.
The one thing is, like, that fucking menu is ridiculous.
It's way too much, you guys. Too much. Cut
It's a fucking book.
Yeah, too many choices.
Yeah, it's so weird. So this sort of backlash against the Food Network, Rachel Ray's 30-minute meals, semi-homemade with our favorite bitch to ever grace the screen, Sandra Lee.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Sandra Lee. Really seemed to reach its peak around this time because they were all hot, you know? People
yeah, for sure.
On either side of the fence kind of saying they're too smug or they're too unhealthy. Either way, I think it just kind of led to resentment that I don't think anybody's healthier because of it.
Right.
Then Andrew Zimmern of Bizarre Food fame put it all to rest by playing mediator kind of between the two chefs. He gave a really cute statement where he was like, Anthony is a sweetheart who is painted in the media as a rebel asshole, and Paula is an amazing chef who doesn't cook nearly as bad as everybody thinks she does.
That's cute.
It was really cute.
I think Anthony was just trying to stir the pot. Like, that's what he does. Like, he likes to push people's buttons, and he was like, you know who I can fuck with? This bitch.
Oh. All right. Here's one. Paula's Easy Butter Biscuits. This one sounded good.
Okay.
2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon salt, 8 tablespoons cubed butter, 3/4 cup of milk. Preheat oven to 425 degrees. In a large bowl, combine the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Cut butter into mixture until it looks like cornmeal. Slowly add the milk into the mixture and knead dough with your fingers. Roll the dough out onto a floured surface to desired thickness and cut with biscuit cutter. Butter bottom of skillet and place biscuits in pan. Bake for 13 minutes until golden brown.
I am going to make that.
That is a bop.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All of her recipes should sound like that.
But also, why would I make a biscuit when I could just go to Popeyes and get some biscuits?
Popeyes biscuits are fantastic.
Yeah, but they gotta be fresh though. Like,
yeah, because then they get like kind of hard.
Yeah, like literally an hour later, don't eat that Popeyes biscuit. But
you know what's trash? KFC biscuits.
I don't fuck with KFC at all. Like,
No.
I have never had a biscuit
No,
from them.
They're such trash. I used to
But
like
yeah.
it when I was in high school with Tiffany. We used to go get these like bowls at KFC.
I have thought about getting those because they're $5, right?
Do they still exist?
I saw a commercial for it.
It's like mashed potatoes on the bottom,
Yeah.
fucking cheese, gravy, corn, and then fried chicken niblets.
It just seems like a good value because it got
Anthony
all the food
Bourdain wouldn't eat that shit.
It got all the food groups. It's got niblet. It's got gravy.
I almost spit out my coffee for real. If a niblet ain't on your food chart, then you fucked up.
Hey, but if you don't fuck with if you fuck with KFC more
Over
than you
Popeyes?
I was gonna say over Pollo Campero, then
Oh,
why are
come
you
on.
listening to this podcast?
But that's different because that's like grilled chicken. Like that's like
It's fried chicken.
yeah, I guess so. What's the one Mexican one that's grilled?
El
Starts
Pollo
with
Loco?
a J. Not El Pollo Loco, but Pollo Loco's bomb.
Yeah, it
As
is.
we
It
know.
is.
Juan Pollo.
Oh yeah, Juan Pollo's good.
Pollo Loco is really
Pollo Loco
good.
is underrated, you guys.
It is. Go get yourself a 12-piece thigh and
Yeah.
leg.
Get the family one, the one that has like the tortillas, like you get a side of
Two
beans.
sides. Yeah, you get beans and rice.
Mm-hmm.
And for a special discount, yell drama when you
Just walk in, like
Wait.
kick the door open and be like, drama.
we roll up to the drive-through window, just yell at that bitch, drama. You'll either get a discount or get kicked out. Either way,
Give you a discount just to shut your ass up.
let us know what happens.
505-539-0556.
All right. Okay, so the dust settled with that shit, with Anthony's shit,
Mhm.
and Food TV kept up the momentum around this time. Top Chef premiered to much critical acclaim in 2006, and Paula won a Daytime Emmy for Outstanding Lifestyle Host in 2007.
That's the baddest food bitch right there. Padma Lakshmi.
Oh, Padma for sure.
Yeah, she's bad as fuck.
Oh, she is so bad. Is she a food bitch? Oh, you know that Debbie Mazar said that she was offered the hosting for Top Chef?
Debbie.
Yeah, and she turned it down, and she said she's glad she did because she's like, Padma
gonna get
is
fat?
it, you
Oh,
know?
okay.
Like, Padma
Yeah.
needs to be in that role. But
Yeah.
Debbie had gotten the part, and she did something else. I don't remember what she said.
Mm.
All right. In April 2007, Paula published her memoir, It Ain't All About the Cooking.
Oh.
In 2008, she became basically the head chef at the Food Network, and they gave her another fucking show called Paula's Best Dishes.
Mm-hmm. I like that show too.
Yeah, me too. In September 2000, I don't remember Paula's party really.
Yeah, because I would never watch that. Because when am I making like fucking
For
food
party?
for?
Yeah. In September 2009, Paula announced a dessert line, which was going to be sold at Walmart. Fuck Walmart.
Wait, like cake mix?
It
That
was like
sort of
little
thing?
frozen like key lime pies and custard
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
She also purchased part of and became co-owner of Bubba's Oyster House, which is another huge restaurant in downtown Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
That restaurant ended up abruptly closing in 2014.
Is Bubba like her brother?
That's her brother's name. I don't know if there's any relation.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not his legal name, but
Yeah.
imagine. Congratulations on your new son. What's his name?
Bubba.
In 2012, Paula Deen announced that, surprise, she has been struggling with type 2 diabetes.
Oh, so she had type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes?
This led to another round of criticism about her food, lifestyle,
Is that
and
possible?
overall health. What is the, I have no idea about diabetes.
Type 2 is the adult onset diabetes.
Uh-huh.
Type 1 is juvenile diabetes. It's like what Julia Roberts has in Steel Magnolias.
Oh my God, I love Steel Magnolias. Remember when they're getting their hair done and they make her eat a candy or something and they freaking out?
Shelby, drink some juice, Shelby.
Yeah, it was juice, huh? My boss has diabetes, and like that fool, like it. I've seen him get all riled up, and like he's like freaks out. He's like, I need a soda, or like whatever. Yeah, that shit's scary.
It's real scary.
Anyways, okay. So Paula didn't really care. She laughed it off and teased her hair some more. She was like, haters gonna hate.
Mhm.
Whatever. Here's my next recipe for fried butter, corn nuts, or whatever the fuck. In June 2013, at the peak of her fame and at 66 years old, Paula Deen was sued by Lisa Jackson, a former employee of Paula Deen Enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa worked for 5 years at the Lady and Sons restaurant and quit in a rage. Lisa sued Paula and her brother, Earl Bubba, for racial and sexual discrimination in the workplace.
Mm.
Lisa alleged that Paula had made several derogatory remarks regarding African Americans, including a graphic description of Paula's wedding plans for her brother's wedding in 2007, which was going to be, quote, a true Southern plantation style theme with black male servers.
Oh.
Later, the plans were rejected because, quote, the media would be on me about that. Also, fun fact, Lisa Jackson is a white woman. So shout out to Lisa. You the real MVP,
Yeah.
doing the Lord's work, going up against this powerful Peggy Bundy-haired motherfucker when the other restaurant workers couldn't.
Yeah. Blow the whistle.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
You know who else had a wedding like that? Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. They had like
At
their-
a plantation?
their theme. It was at a
Oh,
plantation.
I know it was at
and
a plantation.
It was like themed like that, but I mean, obviously not like to that extent, not with like black servers, but really
It
plantation
was like
themed wedding.
Southern.
Yeah. What? But
That reminds me of that Mad Men episode where
where Roger puts on
Sterling does
blackface.
blackface.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, and Don is just staring at him with like fucking utter disgust.
Oh, I love that episode because Pete and Trudy dance.
Yeah, and it's all
Mhm.
extra.
Yeah.
And that's where he meets the Hilton, right?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good ass episode.
that's a great episode.
I'm gonna watch that one. All right, sorry, just having a moment thinking about it because I love Don. Like I love Don and I hate Don. You know?
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what you're supposed to feel. That's,
Yeah.
that's the goal. If you feel both those things, then they did their job.
Yeah. Howell has been learning about child like sociopaths, and they
Mhm.
watched that one like kids who
Oh,
I was
kids who kill or something.
I was actually gonna do my episode on that little girl because she gets into some shit in her older life, which I didn't know. I mean, I watched it again because Howell was talking to me about it, and
Yeah.
and they diagnosed her with what Dawn has. Like she suffered so much trauma as a child that she can't make connections.
Wow.
And she doesn't have a conscience and stuff. Anyways, but then I was like, I'm gonna do an episode on somebody people don't really know about, like Rebecca Schaefer. Like I don't think people really know who she is, you know. So
People who are into like murders.
yeah. All right. So Paula and her brother lawyered up immediately, denied the allegations. Her former head chef Dora Charles, who I had talked about earlier, she was given a $70,000 a year salary, coincidentally, right after the lawsuit was filed.
Huh.
And
All
Dora
right.
Dora says that shit. She was like, you know, I'm not fucking stupid. Like, you think I
Right.
was born yesterday?
Right.
As part of the lawsuit, Paula was required to have a taped deposition, and the judge also took testimony from her.
Mhm.
In the testimony, she admitted to having used the N-word in her life. During testimony, she recalled telling her husband about an incident, quote, when a black man burst into the bank that I was working at and put a gun to my head, I didn't feel very favorable towards that man, and I did use the word.
Oh. What? Ugh. Okay. I thought her defense of using it was going to be something more like yeah, I've used it, but like maybe it like quoting someone or something, you know?
Right.
Not
When
like I felt that towards someone.
Right. When asked if she had used the word since then, she said, quote, I'm sure I have, but it's been a very long time. Maybe in repeating something that was said to me, probably a conversation between blacks. I don't know. But
Yeah.
that's just not a word that we use as time has gone on. Things have changed since the 60s in the South.
Huh.
Really, bitch? Because you having a fucking plantation style wedding. Don't sound like much has changed.
Ugh.
When you have your own fucking waterfront restaurant, probably like
Right.
the best restaurant in all of Savannah.
Yeah.
She also confirmed the idea coming up about the black waiters at her brother's wedding, but said that it was just an idea that was mentioned in passing and immediately dismissed. It wasn't like ever put into plans, as Lisa had said.
Now, I don't know, but I'd be willing to put a little bit of money, let's say $20 on the fact that was the last time she used the N-word.
Me too. She said that she had been inspired by an upscale southern restaurant that she had recently visited with her husband in another state, where the entire waitstaff was middle-aged black men with beautiful white jackets and black bow ties. She said it was really impressive and, quote, I remember saying I would love to have servers like that, but I would be afraid that someone would misinterpret it.
What?
There is no misinterpreting it.
There's only one interpretation of that.
Yeah. She
Oh,
was
God.
then asked if she used the N-word to describe those waiters. And this is like almost, I'm glad you said what you said just a minute ago. Okay, so they asked her, did you use the N-word to describe those waiters? And she said, quote, no, because that's not what these men were. They were professional black men doing a fabulous job. So like she doesn't get, like she does then think that that's like a type of man and these men are different, or like what is that?
Yeah. Oh. Obviously that is that is something hateful that you say towards someone that you hate or something, you know?
Yes.
Hmm.
After the transcript of her testimony came out, Paula had a complete backlash from the community that she had been a part of and the media in general.
Well deserved.
Yep. Twitter went viral, hashtagging Paula's best dishes with new names like hashtag key lynch pie.
Twitter did what Twitter does.
Twitter wins again. She lost publishing deals. She lost endorsements with Smithfield, who was at this time selling Paula Deen branded hams.
How have I never bought a Paula Deen ham?
I bought a Rachel Ray ham one time around Thanksgiving.
Oh.
And it came with like a little packet of glaze.
Glaze, yeah.
And a packet of spices. It was perfect.
Dope.
Yeah. Anyways.
I get the honey baked ham catalog sent to my house every month, so.
I love honey baked ham, but it's like a whole ass thing to get a honey baked ham around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Okay. She lost endorsement at Walmart, Target, QVC, Caesars Entertainment, JCPenney, Sears, Kmart, etc., etc., etc.
And this is arguably before quote unquote cancel culture.
Right. This was just, everybody was like, ooh, hell no.
Yeah.
Caesars at this time operated 4 of her buffets, because remember she did those lunch buffets?
Yeah.
So they reached an out-of-court agreement to cancel the contract and rebrand all of the restaurants without her name in it.
That's smart, probably.
The Food Network immediately issued a statement saying they were monitoring the situation and were not tolerating any form of discrimination or racism. Paula then issued an apology video on YouTube, which is fucking fantastic. Her accent is mesmerizing. In full fucking drag, she says, I want to apologize to everybody for the wrong that I've done. I want to learn and grow from this. Inappropriate, hurtful language is totally, totally unacceptable. I've made plenty of mistakes along the way, but I beg you, my children, my team, my fans, my partners, I beg you for forgiveness. I don't care what the color of your skin is. It's in your heart and head that matters. Please forgive me for the mistakes that I've made. Her company also put out a statement saying that what she said was so many years ago, that she grew up in a different time and that she has progressed along with the times. Once again, don't sound like it.
Yeah, does not sound like it at all. That's why I was saying when you said she was born in what, 49 or something?
47.
Like, yeah, 47.
She's not that old.
You're right. She's in her teens in the 60s.
Yeah, like you said, like she was about to be on the cusp of the 70s, which like this gigantic cultural movement.
Yeah.
She just wasn't a part of that.
Right.
President Jimmy Carter, former president, not like current president.
My favorite living president.
Jimmy Carter made a statement on behalf of Paula saying, quote, I think she has been punished, perhaps overly severely, for her honesty in admitting it and for use of the N-word, or for use of the word in the distant past. She's apologized profusely.
That's not your call to make, my guy, though. You know?
It definitely, I don't understand why people want to, I mean, I guess you're in a bad position if you're actually that person's friend and you see them going through a hard time.
Yeah.
And you feel like, if I could do anything, what could I do, you know?
Yeah. You want to stand up for your friend. I get that. But like it's not your fight. You're not the one that gets to say, all right,
well, this
we
is
forgive
done now.
you.
You guys, you're wrong for feeling this way still. No.
It's not your call.
I also read some articles. I looked up, because a lot of people do defend Paula Deen. So I looked up like in defense of Paula Deen. There's this article by this African-American history academic who actually criticized the backlash against Paula by saying that she grew up in the 50s in the South when the civil rights movement was barely picking up, and that she's more a product of a generation gone by than like an authentic racist. But I kind of disagree because, like we were saying, like she was little in the 50s, right? Like she was a little kid. Like the pivotal moments when you're really defining who you are like your 20s and your late teens, when she could have been a part of this whole other movement.
Yeah, exactly.
But she chose not to.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think it's any excuse, especially I just think that after so many years, she spent more time living in the world that we live now than the few years that she spent living in that old world. You know, there's no excuse for her.
Like she wants this, like she's romanticizing like this Gone with the Wind time of her generation.
Yeah. And that's not okay.
No, like, and why does this have to be the way to execute like your memory of that time? How blatantly ignorant.
Right. And I know that Paula Deen, for sure, in her heart of hearts, doesn't think that she's a racist.
Yeah.
But these are racist behaviors that need to be called out so we can point that out and say, this is what racism is. It's not necessarily like, oh, look how much I hate these black people.
It's just like this, like prejudice that exists in you so like organically that you don't even realize that you're wrong.
Right. And we all have things like that, prejudices, not necessarily racism, but like prejudices that we don't realize are wrong until somebody calls us out on it. And she's on a public stage, so she got called out for it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, so anyways, several companies still worked with her, and the sales of her cookbooks actually soared after this came out.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Paula Deen Enterprises received a $75 million investment from a private equity firm in order to help her return to the masses. At this time, she was also promoting the Paula Deen Cruise. And she remained on top of this venture.
Oh my God.
The boat took off in January 2014, right after this whole scandal, for a 7-day cruise themed everything Paula Deen. They went from Miami to St. Martin.
Okay, I wouldn't want to go on a southern like a southern themed cruise. Those things don't go together.
So I was kind of curious about this because I see these like themed cruise. Like, have you seen like the Backstreet Boy cruise and like whatever? And I was always like thinking like, how do they sell enough? Like, you have to have people who are like super fans of this thing, and then also that they want to go on a fucking cruise, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you sell enough tickets? So the Gawker article I read all about the cruise was amazing. The girl went on the cruise, and Katie, and she said she had never been on a cruise like this. It's like a regular cruise, and then you just get access to special shit.
Oh, okay, cool.
You know, so it's not like the whole fucking boat is Paula Deen themed.
I don't know, but I would guess that the Backstreet Boys one is probably the whole ass boat, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, they definitely have more pull than Paula Deen.
Yeah, exactly.
Paula Deen hosted various demos and events on the cruise. She admitted to several things so that people could get to know her personally. She admitted that she hates her veins. She loves painting watercolors in her bedroom. The weirdest place she'd ever had sex was on a train from New York to Savannah. And she puts mini Reese's peanut butter cups in her peanut butter pie.
Okay.
The case went forward. The case with the sexual and racial discrimination case went forward in August 2013 and was then dismissed with prejudice by agreement of the parties without any award of costs or fees to any party.
All right.
The Food Network abruptly announced that they would not renew Paula Deen's contract after she admitted to using racial slurs during her testimony. Her TV empire had basically crumbled by this point. And the constant reruns of her show stopped. Because at this time, you could turn on Food Network any time of the day and you would watch Paula Deen.
Yeah.
They estimated her loss in earnings for 2013 of over $13 million following the backlash.
Oh, odd.
In 2000, imagine you would have made $13 million if you just shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth.
And that's the power of racism, y'all.
In 2014, Paula announced a plan to start her own TV network. The network was said to be completely digital, and she was going to have her own channel on Roku.
Okay.
In 2015, Paula opened a new restaurant, Paula's Family Kitchen, in Tennessee. She competed on Dancing with the Stars season 21 and was eliminated in 9th place.
Damn.
In 2015, Paula faced controversy once again when her son Bobby did blackface in costume as Ricky Ricardo, which May talks about in our Blackface Afternoon Delight episode.
Oh my God. Which one? Ricky? Bobby?
Yeah,
What?
Ricky Bobby. Ricky. No, the son Bobby
Bobby.
dressed up as Ricky.
Yeah.
Paula continues to work on a show that's airing now called Positively Paula. It's on a Georgia network.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to do healthier recipes. I saw she has a couple of vegan Southern recipes.
Dope.
So that's cool. And that's basically all that she's up to now. And that's the story of Miss Paula Deen.
Y'all. That's awesome, Stef. That was really good. I like for her, especially like the Jimmy Carter statement, it's not like we're saying go to jail or something. Just just like maybe we shouldn't be supporting someone who thinks and feels and acts this way. Like there's no other consequences. She's not gonna lose her home. She's just like
she's just gonna go into the or like why not have like the girl that went on that cruise said it was really weird. Like Paula kind of like flaunted a few black guests.
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
To try, which is a thing, that people do, which I don't understand. And then I try to think, like, how could Paula have made, like, a real comeback to TV? Why not, like, if she would have opened up a conversation about, like, what was wrong, like, exactly what we were talking about, like, how that happened to her, like, if she would have just opened that conversation and been like, I grew up in this time, like, I don't know why, like,
yeah,
this is wrong, and like this is like I want people to learn from my mistakes,
but it would take her acknowledging
that she's racist.
Yeah,
yeah,
and that's not gonna happen. Oh man,
accidentally racist.
The Paula Deen story.
The Paula Deen story. it comes in a brick of butter. Shit's oily. You gotta use gloves to fucking turn the pages and shit. After you're done reading it, you could drop it into a batch of oil and you got yourself a butterball.
It's like those, have you seen those things, like those business cards that are like seeds or something, so like you throw them away and like a plant will grow or something?
That's cute. That's smart.
That's so cute. I love stuff like that.
Me too.
What is Crisco?
Oh, that's like lard, right?
It's like an animal product?
Yeah, it's like, here, let me see. I will look it up so that we're Crisco is vegetable oil, cotton oil.
Oh, that sounds racist.
Oh, it's like it's vegetable oil that's processed from a liquid into a solid, which makes it like lard but not lard and makes it perfect for baking and frying.
Oh.
There is a fucking NPR article on the fascination saga of Crisco.
I would read/listen to something about that.
That's so funny.
All right, guys. Well, that was this week's Drama Club. If you want to hear more about disgraced chefs or Crisco, let us know.
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram and Twitter at Drama Club Pod. Hit us up on the website, dramaclubpod.com. On our email, dramaclubpod@gmail.com.
On the hotline, 505-539-0556. And at our shady-ass P.O. Box, P.O. Box number 27433, Los Angeles, California, 90027. And that's it, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
However, whatever with your helmet.